How are you today?
Today we had a basketball test at school.
In PE or gym class, yeah. Okay.
I've been practicing for like a week, and I was so nervous. Actually, I never told him, but I was nervous because like I'm really bad at exercise. Okay, so if there's like the worst subject in school that I hate,
it'd be PE. PE is your least favorite subject?
Yeah, because...
So you've been practicing basketball at home or in school?
At home and in school. But the thing is, the boys took the test at first, and then the girls were like, we need more time to practice. To my teacher, we were like begging because all the girls were pretty bad at basketballs. They were really bad at anything that deals with balls. So
yeah,
we were just practicing, and our teacher was just telling us to, like, we need to take the test. No, like, who's the number one in the girls? And then we just need to practice. We were like begging her, and at least we didn't take the test today.
Oh, so you didn't take the test in the end?
Yeah, only the boys, because we were like dragging the time.
You were like, one more minute, one more minute.
And then that became 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and then my teacher was so annoyed.
It's a very smart tactic. So when are you going to have to take the basketball test?
Next week.
Next week. Oh, so you have a whole nother week to practice.
Yay!
How do you practice for a basketball test?
There's a basketball court, like just a 10 minutes walk from my house. So every time I have, like, nothing to do, or I have free time, I just go out there with my mom, and my mom's pretty good at basketball, so she kind of coaches me, and I practice.
Sounds like you might be ready for the test. You just might be nervous, like to have a test, to take a test, but maybe you're actually really ready for it.
No, really, not really, because every time I practice, like, so the height of the basketball basket is different from my school and from where I practice. So if I practice like throwing it high or when I practice, when I take the test, I'm not really going to be able to throw low. So I don't really.
I wish you luck. I can't help you practice for your basketball test. There's nothing I can. The only thing I can tell you is go in with confidence. If you go in with confidence, you'll do really well. That's the key, right?
Yeah.
To go in and think, I'm the #1 basketball player. And then maybe you'll make all your shots. You'll be like, whoosh, that noise it makes when it goes right through the net.
Oh, I love that. I love that sensation when you throw the ball and it actually goes through the net and then it shakes. It's so like exciting.
Yeah. Definitely.
And my teacher said we're going to each have 5 turns of throwing the basketball, and if we make the ball go in for 2 times and total of 5 times, then we get like an A+.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't sound like it's too difficult. Sounds pretty easy.
Difficult because everyone's like watching you, and every step you take, it's like if you stumble a little, they're like laugh at you, literally laugh at you.
Confidence. Okay, well, should we get started with our lesson today?
Okay, so
do you have your book with you? Exactly, Chef Wanted. Okay, so looking at these words, first let's read the words in the word box that we have at the top of the page.
Okay,
can you read them?
Word, box, independent, impress, ingredient, inspire, inquire, independent, and hesitate.
Perfect. Okay, let's do a quick quiz. Can you make a sentence with the word hesitate?
Hesitate. I don't hesitate when I inquire. Here, that's 2 words.
Oh, when you inquire, but I like that you incorporated 2 words into the sentence. But I want you to finish the sentence because I feel like it was almost missing like a subject at the end. Try it again, but what are you inquiring about? I think is what.
I don't hesitate when I inquire about a math problem.
A math problem. Yeah, perfect. When I inquire about a math problem. Perfect. Okay, let's see if you can do, let's put out another challenge. Try and use ingredient and impress in one sentence.
My friend likes to impress people with ingredients she uses and making a pizza. Whatever.
When making a pizza. Yeah, that's perfect. That was really good. Yeah. I was going to say, you have to think like in terms of somebody wanting to be a chef and trying to impress their clientele, right?
That's hilarious. Because the only memory that came to my mind when I said that sentence was once I went to a friend's birthday party and her mom gave me a pizza with anchovies.
Her mom gave you a pizza with anchovies? Do you like anchovies? Some people really like anchovies.
I like anchovies. I like pizza, but I don't like anchovies with pizza.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. I don't think I like anchovies. I like pizza, but I don't like anchovies. So they're too salty. They're too salty for me, that's all.
But that's the thing is, I didn't like anchovies at all when I was little. But then one time my mom gave me this anchovy that's really expensive, but she said my grandma gave it to us, so she cooked with it, and it was really good. Not at all salty. So, then I kind of like anchovies.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, it's always good to try new things, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and complete the blanks in this activity, and then we'll read through and check to see if they're correct. So do you want to take a moment and fill it in, or have you already filled it in?
I'm not super fast, you know. I'll just fill it in right now.
Okay, perfect.
Wait, one quick question. What is an executive chef position?
What is an executive chef?
Uh-huh.
An executive chef, so sometimes in like larger restaurants, there's more than one chef because they have to cook a lot of food for a lot of clients. And so they'll usually be an executive chef, which is another way to say like the head chef. And he makes all the decisions in the kitchen. Okay.
Must be able to...
Remember, sometimes it helps to read the whole sentence and where there's a blank to go like, or make like a funny noise so you can kind of get the context.
Oh yeah, I was just kind of confused.
If you have any questions, ask me.
Okay. All right, I have 2 words.
2 words completed or 2 words left?
2 words left.
Okay.
Inquire? Wait, doesn't make sense if you say inquire within?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like inquire within or dependent within?
No, definitely inquire. So what's another word for inquire? If you could give inquire, ask. So what is, now replace inquire with ask and tell me if that sounds like it makes sense.
But the thing is, must not be dependent on a cookbook?
Ah, yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
So what does dependent mean? What's another word for dependent? This one's a little more difficult.
Like together?
Yeah, with something else, like relying on.
Like together.
Yeah. So you're like relying is a word that I would use. Like you're dependent on it. You use something else, right?
Okay, I get that. So
okay, let's read. Are you ready to read?
Yeah. Chief hiring or chef hiring?
Chef.
Okay. Chef? Like chef?
Chef. Like
chef.
Try and think of like that CH as like almost an S sound. Chef.
Chef. Okay. Chef wanted. Now hiring for an executive chef position. Must be able to inspire the other cooks in the kitchen. Must be able to cook dishes that will impress the pickiest customer. Throughout the knowledge of all cooking ingredients, where to find good ones, how to combine them, and so on. Must be dependent on a cookbook. must not be dependent on a cookbook, must work well both independently and with a team. If this sounds like you, do not hesitate to apply. Inquire within.
Perfect. Excellent. So, 2 questions. First, one quick pronunciation thing. Look at where it says must be able to cook dishes that will impress the pickiest.
Pickiest, yeah. That's what I said.
What is pickiest? What is a picky customer?
They don't go with the flow. They're just like,
I like that phrase. They don't go with the flow. I like it. Okay, but go ahead.
So they just catch the tiniest bit of a mistake. They just is picky.
Yeah, they're picky. They're very like detail oriented. Maybe they don't like everything. So they're trying to say that, right? Like you have to be able to impress even the toughest customer.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think you could apply for this job?
No. No way.
No? Do you like cooking?
No way. I never cook anything. I never even thought about that.
All right. That's okay. That's just saying. Some people want to be a chef when they're older. Okay, so let's look. We are going to look at one specific word now from this word box, the word inspire, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And earlier we talked about it, and you told me that you're inspired by an author. Who was the author that you're inspired by?
J.K. Rowling and Teresa Kulfer.
Yeah, exactly. So I have a quick little reading about J.K. Rowling, and it's going to tell us about her story. And then we're going to talk about why she inspires you, okay?
Okay. I never thought about that. Okay.
Okay. So you can close your book, and I'm going to share my screen so you can see the reading, okay?
Okay.
So go ahead.
This video is going to go on YouTube, right?
Yes. That would be really, or you can share this video with them and say, hey, check it out. This is my English class with teacher Melanie. Okay, let's read about J.K. Rowling and her history or her story.
Okay. J.K. Rowling is the pen name she uses as a writer. The J is for Joanne, her real first name, but she prefers to be called Jo. Apparently, people only call her Joanne when they're angry with her. The K is made up. Her publisher asked her to write using a name with 2
initials. So that's like your initials are your like JK, right? Okay. They stand for they supposedly stand for something else, right?
Okay, with 2 initials, but she didn't have a middle name. Jo did a few different things before she struck upon the idea of writing children's books. She worked as a researcher and bilingual secretary.
Bilingual,
like a lot of languages. Bilingual secretary for Amnesty.
Amnesty? Very good. That's a difficult word.
Amnesty International and as an English teacher in Portugal.
Perfect.
Yeah. The idea for the Harry Potter novels came from nowhere while she was on a train to London. She said, the characters and situations came floating into my head. Woohoo!
It came flooding, like all at once. Yeah. Okay, very good.
7 Potter novels later and Rowling is one of the richest women in the world. In fact, she's the first novelist ever to become a billionaire from writing. Her rags to riches story is a fantasy story in itself. She was on government handouts while writing her first novel. Her last 4 books broke record for the fastest sellers in the literary. That's literary history. Why is J.K. Rowling's story inspiring? How does she inspire you?
Well, but don't read all of the questions yet. Now you have to hide them. Okay, so Why is J.K. Rowling's story inspiring? What is so inspiring about this story?
Like this story that I just read, or
Well, yeah, because it's kind of her history, right?
okay. J.K. Rowling's story isn't really inspiring.
It's not really inspiring to you?
Her literally story inspires me.
Like, what do you mean? Tell me more.
So this why is J.K. Rowling's story so in that sentence is the story the story that I just this 3 paragraphs that I just read, or what J.K. Rowling wrote.
It's the story of her life, I guess, is what the question should have been phrased, right? So why is J.K. Rowling's life story so inspiring? Yeah. So what did we read about? What was kind of cool about about her?
Because it's inspiring because, I went to Harry Potter Theme Park, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there were a lot of people just running into, literally, even the oldest woman I've ever seen was just running into the Harry Potter Theme Parks just to see her, just to see, the Hogwarts, the fake Hogwarts, and the roller coaster, and everything.
Right.
So I was pretty amazed because, before she wrote her novels, she was very poor, really poor. So she wasn't rich at all. But then she became the world's first billionaire from writing. So I was pretty amazed by that and how much people liked her novels because, I can't believe that story really came from her head and just flooding into my head literally.
Right. Yeah. It's inspiring that she was able to sit on a train and just come up with all of these ideas, right? Yeah. Okay. So there was one thing that I know we had talked about earlier, which was a pen name. Remember, the pen name is like a fake name an author uses. And we were convinced that J.K. Rowling was her real name. But apparently it's not, right?
Apparently K is not her real name, but yeah.
Yeah, interesting, right? That to me was a surprise from this story.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you think is some characteristics or some things about J.K. Rowling that are inspiring? Like, what adjectives would you use to describe her inspiring characteristics?
Inspiring?
Inspiring, yeah. But is she what kind of person is she?
Amazing.
Amazing, yeah, amazing. She's like a go-getter, right?
Lucky.
She's maybe, if she's able to come up with all these different ideas, what would that be like when she can just make, another word for make? She came up with this whole world of Harry Potter, right? So that makes her really what?
Incredible?
Incredible or creative?
Creative.
Yeah, that's pretty inspiring how creative she is, right? Yeah.
Literally,
and do you think
creative.
Yeah, creative, exactly. And do you think it was easy for her to it sounds like it was easy, but do you really think it was easy for her to write all of these books and kind of go to publishers and everything?
Okay, so here's what I think. So I write stories too at home, and the idea and telling it to people and what I think is going to be a good novel is very easy. But actually writing it down, writing every dialogue, sarcasms and everything, that's really hard. And I read her, she worked really hard finding a publisher that will appreciate her writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it was very easy.
Yeah, it probably was difficult, but she stuck it out, right? And now she's the most famous female writer on the planet.
Yeah,
so I think that's pretty inspiring. If I was, and I know you said you want to maybe be an author when you grow up. So I hope J.K. Rowling inspires you to keep writing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, great job today, Yoon. We are actually out of time. We're over time. Whoops. But thank you so much, and I will see you on Friday.
Okay. Bye-bye.